Good evening. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. It is a great honor to welcome Taoiseach Michael Martin here to the White House as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. This is a day that holds deep meaning, not just for the people of Ireland, but for millions of Americans who proudly trace their heritage to the Emerald Owl. St. Patrick's Day is about more than just parades and celebrations. It's a time to reflect on the deep and abiding friendship between our nations, a friendship built on shared values, a common history, and the countless contributions of Irish Americans who have helped shape the United States. The Irish story is the American story. It's a story of resilience, faith, and unyielding pursuit of a better life for generations. The sons and daughters of Ireland crossed the Atlantic in search of opportunity. They built our they built our cities. They fought for our freedoms and enriched our culture from the docks of Boston to the farmlands of the Midwest. From the halls of Congress to the Oval Office itself, the Irish spirit is woven into the very fabric of what is America. Taoiseach Martin, your visit today reaffirms the strength, the relationship between our two nations. Our discussions today will focus on the deepening the economic ties that drive innovation, trade, and job creation on both sides of the Atlantic. We will reaffirm our shared commitment to peace and stability in Northern Ireland, recognizing that the Good Friday Agreement remains a cornerstone of lasting peace. And we will continue to stand together in support of democracy, human rights, and the rule of law at home and around the world. At a time of global challenges, our partnership is more important than ever. Together, we are working to strengthen economic resilience, address climate change, and promote security in an uncertain world. Ireland and the United States share a vision for a future that's more than just prosperous and more peaceful. Of course, today is also a day to celebrate the rich culture and heritage of Ireland, the poetry of Yeats, the music of the Clancy brothers, the wit and wild. The, these are gifts that have shaped not Ireland, but the world. As we gather here today, let us remember that the ties between our countries are not just political or economic, they are personal, they are familiar, and they are rooted in the dreams of those who left Ireland in search of a brighter future and an enduring friendship between our people. So, Tish, I thank you for your leadership and for the continued partnership between our two great nations. As we look into the future, let us build on the foundation of history and ensure that the bond between Ireland and the United States remains strong for generations to come. And I would like at this point in time to officially accept. I know this has been a long-standing tradition to accept a some shamrocks from the Tish, and I do appreciate that so much. I want to tell a brief story, though, however, before we do this. And this just happened Friday afternoon. Um, and it shows how focused I am on my job. So Friday afternoon, I'm walking um, out of the West Wing, headed over to where we are today, or headed over to the executive office building, and I see a flag going up in Blair House right across the street there. And I asked the Secret Service agent who was with me, I asked, what country is that going up? You couldn't see it hard. You could see it across the street. And he said, that's Ireland, sir. I was like, oh, yeah, it is that week. But I did not forget, but I was just in passing, just happened to see that. And I was like, what flag does it happen to be? And he corrected me on that. So I know it's tradition for there to be the traditional giving of the shamrocks. I do have that here today. And I do thank the Tish for this. And I want to say one thing. The First Lady is very notorious for not being a very good keeper of plants. And that's not a personal stab at her or anything like that. She just doesn't do well with plants or anything like that. You should see our garden sometimes back in Texas. But I will make sure these stay in the Oval Office, and I appreciate Tish your courtesy so much, and I look forward to our talks here today. So thank you all very much, and let's go ahead and get started. Thank you, guys.